Since the release of Star Wars Hunters, I've seen a lot of people wanting many different hunters to be added into the game. And naturally, if the game goes on for a number of years, I'm sure we'll get to see many of your guys' ideas. Now, in the past, I've done quite a few videos talking about what kind of hunters I want to see, but it has been a while since I've done that, so I kind of want to revive this as a bit of a series more than anything else. So I'm going to be talking about 5 hunters that I want to see in each of these videos, but I'm going to do them like themed on different things. So today I'm going to be doing it based off of droids, because J3DI is a droid, Slingshot is obviously a droidica, so he is also a droid. We'll ignore the fact that he's piloted by an Ugnaught, and Chaos, who I think is going to be the next hunter, is a KX series droid. So there are quite a few droids in the game already. So that is what I want to talk about. Now, before I do get into those 5, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on so that you don't miss out on any more Star Wars Hunters content. But also, let's dive into the 10 hunters that I've already spoken about previously, because no doubt the comments could otherwise be filled with comments requesting me to talk about a particular hunter that I'd want to see or what have you. So the 10 I've mentioned in the past are an Ewok, a Zabrak, a Tusken Raider, a Quarren, a Marillion, a Gungan, a Red Nyctopirate, a Green Nyctopirate, a B1 Battle Droid, and an IG-100 Magna Guard. And finally, a Clone Trooper as well, of course. I've mentioned Clone Troopers a lot now, so I really hope we do get that at some point. And not just as skins for Sentinel, because that would just not make any sense in so many ways. But they are 10 I've spoken about in the past. And those not currently in the game, but we do know about, are Tuya, who is a Twi'lek, and as I've already mentioned in this video, Chaos, who is a KX series security droid. So like I said, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 droid hunters that I want to see come to the game. So I'm going to start off with an Astromech. There was a leak, or a potential leak, a while ago around the game's launch of an Astromech coming to the game. Personally, I feel like that leak was false, and I have made a video debunking that a few weeks ago. But regardless of whether or not that is true, I would very much like to see an Astromech hunter come to the game. Especially in some kind of support role, I think they would do really well there. In Star Wars Rebels, we see Chopper, who is obviously an Astromech droid, wheeling around with blasters at times, shooting at people and stuff, so something like that could work really well. But even just the ability to roll around and, hover using a jetpack or something like R2 does at times, I just think would be a huge amount of fun. I do think there would be quite a lot of potential with abilities like the shock prod maybe being the primary weapon, and then perhaps the ability to have a radar scan to see who's in the area or not. I think there is quite a bit of potential, so maybe I'll do a hunter concept video specifically for that, but that is something I would very much like to see. Now, I would also very much like to see a protocol droid of some kind, because we obviously have the famous pairing of R2-D2 and C-3PO, so having an Astromech in the game, for me, would make me very much want to see a protocol droid as well. Protocol droids are obviously normally pretty slow, so it'd be interesting to see how something like that could work. Whether it's a protocol droid controlling some remote drone of some kind maybe, I don't really know. I'm not really too sure how they'd actually get that to work, to be honest, but just seeing a protocol droid in the game would just, I think, be really cool. There would be a huge amount of cosmetic potential for them as well. So I think there's definitely scope for something to happen there. The third droid that I'd like to see is an IG assassin droid, because I feel like in a game where there's like bounty hunters and, that kind of combat arena style thing, IG assassin droids are obviously notorious bounty hunters, and I've seen them requested a huge amount by the community as well, so I feel like something like this will definitely happen. And if they could get Taika Waititi to voice it as well, I just think that'd be amazing. He voiced IG-88 in the Tales from the Galaxy's Edge VR game, as well as IG-11 and 12 in The Mandalorian. Obviously IG-11 and 12 are the same droid, but he voiced them, so getting him to voice them in-game as well would be sick. I don't think he would, but I suppose we will just have to wait and see. Number 4 and 5 are Separatist droids, one being the BX Commando droid, the other being a B2 Super Battle droid. We have a droidica. I've already mentioned about wanting a B1 in a previous video, same with a Magna Guard as well. So I feel like having the BX Commando and a Super Battle droid would just pretty much round off the main Separatist droids, all being in the same game and playable, and I just think there's something so beautiful about that being a thing. The Commando droid could be super fast and agile, whereas the B2 could obviously be more of a tank with a wrist rocket ability and everything like that. I just think it would be so much fun to have that. And I think if you're going to have Separatist droids, you can't not have some kind of Republic person like a clone trooper to go in there and fill that void. So fingers crossed that is something we'll be able to see in the future of this game. But they are the 5 droid hunters that I would very much like to see in Star Wars Hunters. No doubt I'll have plenty of other droid hunters that I want to see come to the game at some point. So I'll definitely do another video like this for the droids. But next I'll either talk about species or more occupational stuff. So occupational being like, you know, stormtrooper or bounty hunter, Sith, Jedi, you know, something that's not necessarily tied down to a species. So be on the lookout for more of these types of videos. And let me know what hunters you would like to see in the comments below. That is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.